goes. So today, we're in kind of a desperate situation. We're facing a meat crisis. That means I forgot to take something out to cook tonight, to thaw. We're in a faux meat crisis. We have meat, but I gotta thaw it. But if I just go catch some more meat, I gotta wait on nothing to thaw. And I get to have a good time while I'm doing it. Heck yeah, ripping lips.
God, there's so many fish in this damn tree. They're chasing it. I pulled them all out of the tree. Kind of taking them out of their habitat. Look at that. That is what we call a tornado of bass. That's coined by Cameron on this tree. He's like, man, that's a tornado of bass. Yes, it is. That's a lot of fish, man. Okay, I see my bait. It's up there, 65 feet. It's coming towards the tree. I'm trying to have the perfect approach to this. This is kind of critical on something like this. Something's running up. I got it. Yeah, bud. All right, maybe we won't have a meat crisis after all. I got to tighten the drag just a little bit. I don't feel like a dink. Let's put it that way. My family will survive if I can land this fish. I just don't think he's shown me his rage yet. I don't want to alarm him too bad. Whoa. Yeah, that'll feed a couple of us. That's a decent spotted bass right there. That's the biggest one I've caught in a minute. All right. Hey, buddy, guess what? You get to go in the live well. Credit to Live Scope, man. For real, credit to Live Scope for that, because I was able to line up, make the perfect pass, make the perfect cast. I can't talk, I'm just so giddy with excitement, you know? Oh yeah. Just let the boat drive itself. All the years of coming to this spot. This is how I found this spot. All right, I'll tell you the whole story. Might as well. We got plenty of time, right? I was driving down the lake one day, and it was when I first moved here. And I was just looking at the map, and I said, you know, this part looks pretty intriguing. There's a roadbed, there's a point. Turns out there's rocks and all sorts of good stuff, trees. I was just looking at the map, and I was cruising about 30, 35 miles an hour, real slow, looking around. I said, I'll stop and fish this place. And I made 3 or 4 casts, and something hit my spinnerbait that straightened the damn thing out. And I thought right then, I was like, man, here's a good spot. I've been coming here ever since. I've caught I don't know how many fish. If I could catch my limit in 2 hours, that would be ideal. Makes for easier editing for the show, I'll tell you that. Nothing's really happening here now, so we went over here for nothing. We wasted all that time. It's funny, this is my 3rd trip I've gone. I haven't charged my trolling motor battery, and it was at 82% when I left. That's pretty good, I think. These kind of look like dinks, these Roman fish out here. I've hit it to where they were big fish. I've hit it to where they were stripers and hybrid. Bring them on, man. Let's do some stripers and hybrid. Look at this, see? But that's a dink anyway. Screw you, dink. Of course, when you reel it in haphazard, stupid shit, time-consuming shit happens that costs you the throw. I just need to quit blind casting and wait for one to jump, because I can catch these jumpers. If I hit it just right, I know I can. You need to get back there and fish if you want to catch one.
I can't find no fish.
You gotta get a rod and just throw. I mean, I'm in the area where they were just jumping, but they done skedaddled over that way probably. Should be throwing a rattle trap, man. One time I won a tournament on a rattle trap. That was crazy. It was in Alabama on Neely Henry in Gadsden. You know, that ramp downtown, right there on the river. And the lake was flooded, and they were pulling water. It was ripping so hard the trolling motor wouldn't go against it. It had a 80-pound Fortrex. on my Phoenix. It was crazy, it was dangerous. And it was at 5 a.m. It was totally dark. There's debris everywhere. There's trees, telephone poles, anything big you can think of you see on the water was in that dang water from the flood. And they were trying to pull the water back down. I get up on plane, just barely following this skeeter, and then go about a quarter mile and put it down. I think it's quarter or half mile, I don't remember exactly. But it's this little open man-made area on the right as you're going upriver. And we fished back there, and my partner, who had been selected for me, broke off 2 lures on the cast, like expensive swim baits. Broke them off two casts in a row, his first cast and his second cast. So after the second one, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's I'm tying the Palomar knot. He was forgetting to bring the bait back through the loop. The knot won't hold if you forget a step. Turns out, so I tied his knot for him, and I told him he wouldn't borrow any of my shit unless I tied it, which is better than nothing. I could have just said no. But then we went to another place, and I lost a fish next to the boat, like a 2.5 pounder. He actually boated one, and we went around with one fish all day, not really knowing what to do. And weigh-in was at 2. And at 1:30, I was like, dude, we got to go back to the ramp, but we're going to fish that spot where we started one last time. And it was a spring morning, or spring afternoon by then, but a spring day. Fish were just blowing up randomly. And I had a 1/4 ounce rattle trap tied on, chartreuse in the Bleeding Shad series. I call that my money color. I went out, and it probably wasn't 4 consecutive casts, but it was close to that. We had a limit. And then it was like 1:53 or something like that, and we still had to get to the ramp. It was right around the corner, but we had to get through the shallow area and then get to the ramp. So there's this fish. It was blowing up right in the back corner of that thing. And I just put the trolling motor on high, and I started sailing that way, and I was patient, and I waited because he was just swirling. He was gorging himself. This is the biggest spotted bass I ever caught. I threw that damn rattle trap in there, and he nailed it, and it was a hell of a fight. Coosa River spot, man, I got him in the boat, got to the weigh-in just in time. I won the tournament by like about 5 pounds. I had 14 pounds, but that one fish weighed 4.97 pounds. Spotted bass. It was a beast. But I'll say, one time I was fishing a tournament, I had about a 5-pound largemouth I was going to weigh in, and I thought I was going to get big fish for sure, right? And I did have big fish until the last guy weighed in, and that's the way it goes, right? The last guy weighed in, and he had a 6-pound spot. You can have it, man. That's a hell of a fish. But my tournament fishing days are behind me. Well, that was weird. It was like the fish just fell out of my lure, just collapsed, like he was in the air. He's fighting like he's got girth. I didn't see it happen. I was watching the bait, but I quit looking for a second. Oh yeah. Oh my God, he's as big as the first one. This Daimiki, it catches dinks every now and then, man, but for the most part, this is a true ditch pickle. Look at that, it just fell, that was all for show, man. That was a skin hook on that sucker though. That was pretty much nothing. Go over and pick off another one and maybe we could call it. That'd be nice. The tournament fishing now, kind of stupid. It's a bunch of drama queens and shit, bitching. Bunch of clickbait, bunch of silliness. It ain't just straightforward. Remember TNN? Used to watch everything on TNN. My dad didn't like the Bassmasters. We watched Orlando Rowland and Bill Dance. Hank Parker. I like Hank Parker too. He's a nice man. I've met him before. Surely he remembers meeting me. You know, I'm so prominent. I did meet Ginger Billy one time. Ginger Billy was cool as shit. Met the singer for Lamb of God the other day, Randy. We were in Sacramento, some festival, 4-day festival, Aftershock, that's what it's called. So the Lamb of God played the first day, and the second day was going on, and I'm out there not for the festival, I'm out there for work. I see this guy wearing a Lamb of God shirt in the airport, and I'm like, hey, cool shirt, man. First time I saw them was 2003 in the Headbangers Ball Tour. It was awesome. And it was God Forbid, Shadows Fall, Kill Switch, and Lamb of God, and it was awesome. Kill Switch with Howard. He was like, that's cool, man. I actually work for Lamb of God. Here's a guitar pick. He gave me a guitar pick, and it was cool. We talked a little more about this and that, and then I thanked him. I went to go put it back in my bag. I was waiting on my food order. I ordered a hamburger there. Mediocre hamburger. I would say it was the worst of the trip, actually. I had 5 hamburgers, and that was the worst one. I didn't even take a picture of it. I walked back over there to wait, and there's that dude sitting at a table with Randy from Lamb of God. And I walked over there. He's like, excuse me, dude. I hate to interrupt, but I'm a huge fan. And I told him the same story I told that guy. And he was like, well, that was a long time ago. And I was like, yeah. And I said, you mind if I get a picture? He's like, no, not at all, man. And he stood up and took the goofy picture with me. And then I was like, wow, you're the first famous person I've seen in the airport. And he was just like, I don't know if I'm famous, just like that. It's like, yeah, dude, you're freaking famous. Fish are everywhere. Look at them over there. Oh, they want it pulled fast, it looks like. That was cool. Pulling it too slow. We gotta listen to the fish. It's not a bad way to fish it, I admit. If they want to blow up on it at this speed, I'm not gonna tell them not to, you know? There he is, yeah. That was good. There he goes. We got our 3rd fish. Hey, calm down, dude. Should have showed him my. What's the point of that, man? It's like we can't have a conversation. Are you jealous? And you're like, you son of a bitch, he's honking at me. Somebody asked me what my favorite things are. Top water's top 5. I'm talking like all time, everything. Already? Like as soon as it hit the water? That was weird. He was just sitting there waiting. It's like I took up my line from casting and he was on. Alright, dude. Come on. That's a large head. That's a dang old largemouth. Look at that. That was a funny catch. His line's all twisted up. Man, you were hooked right and everything. What's up with this? Hooked right through the face. There we go. Oh, there's your cousins. It's kind of amazing. I don't feel like I did anything. I just threw out there, reeled them in. Man, why does this gotta happen?
Objective accomplished. We're gonna have something to eat tonight.
We're doing a wine tasting. There's a brewery next door, but Tamisha said today we're not rednecks, we're winos, so we had to come over here and do this.
That's what I said.
Tastes like rotten grapes. I'm just taking a video.
I wish we had some more of those wontons.
I know.
Crab.
You like those crab wontons? They were a little fishier than I thought, but they weren't bad.
I think they were more. They tasted a little more garlicky, chivy. Both. But, okay.
We're conducting an interview.
Okay.
So what did you think about the wines other than that when the zaps all the moisture from your mouth?
Which is this one.
Yes.
They're good.
That's why you're dragging on it.
I've saved my favorite for last.
I forgot my order that I liked. It was a 3-1.
3, 1, 2, 4, 5.
3, 1, 2, 4, 5. That's it. All right. Well, I'll conclude the interview here. So
Cheers.
I'll go back in the footage to see what you said.